Hi everyone. We are going to try something different tonight. And you know, I say tonight, it's late, it's almost 10 o'clock, but I have been, I had doctor's appointments today, so I have not been able to do anything today. So I'm just now getting around to getting something started for today. Okay, so I have my tray mold. And as you can see, I built a dam or a wall or whatever, and I'm using air dry clay. And let's see, the brand that I'm using is, I got it all covered up now. It's from Hobby Lobby. I don't know, it's in this kind of package. I got it all taped back up because when I don't use it, I keep it taped up and put in a plastic container. Anyway, so I got my little dam built up, and here's what my idea is. I'm going to mix up some magic pour, and we're going to pour that in this half completely full. And then when that cures, I'm going to leave it overnight because it has to be cured. And then tomorrow morning we're going to come in and we're going to do this half, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I don't want to tell you because it's a surprise. And then we're also, it's going to be a mixed media effect. Let's just put it that way. So without further ado, let's get some of this mixed up here. See where my thing is. And I am just going to leave it white. I'm not going to mix any color with it. My mixing containers here. I have specific containers that I use for everything. I have my silicone containers, I have my resin containers, and I have my magic pour containers. So I've got specific containers that I use for everything because I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. All right, let me get my scale in case I don't get something clean. I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. All right, which is really what we all should do. We should all make sure that we're not cross-contaminating anything. Okay. Try not to make a mess. Don't know how much is this going to take. So there's 6 ounces. I think I'll go with that. And if we need more than that. Okay. Oops, I forgot my water. One momento, be right back. Okay. Okay, that is it for tonight. In the morning, we'll come back, we'll take the reservoir out, and then we'll go for the other side, and I'll tell you what we'll do with that. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. It's probably the quickest video you've ever seen me do, eh? Oh, that's funny. Okay, everybody, I will see you in Manana with my cup of coffee. I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow. So tomorrow it's video day. So, all right. Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. Good morning, everyone. We are back. Let's see what we can do with this. I want to try to get this out of here. Should be fairly easy to get out. Get some tweezers here. That might work better. Solutions, everything. Which is probably why I'm have such bad allergies now. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so as I'm wiping my nose, what I want to do with this side I'm sure you guys all seen Let's Resin's video where they did this and then they did half with resin. Well, that's going to be my take on this whole thing, except we are going to make another one of these lotus flowers, and I want to put that lotus flower right there, and I want to make the color of that this aqua color, and I want to make the lotus flower purple. And so that's my plan, and then I just want to leave this side the way it is. And so I want to bring the resin up to the edge of that, and then I want to set the lotus flower right dead in the center of that, but I want it to be purple. So that's my plan. So that's what we're going to achieve today. So let me get some resin mixed up, and I think today I'm going to try the pump casting resin, because that's what I used on the, let me grab it. That's what I used on this one. So I thought it'd be pretty to do that and but purple. I want it to be purple. And then I'll outline it with silver. And then also I'll outline the tray in silver. And we'll see how this turns out. What do you guys think? Cool beans? Okay, let me get some resin mixed up, and I shall be back. Okay, we are back. All right, so which one should we? I think I'm going to go ahead and pour this one in first. And I never did reveal my secret on how I got bubbles out of this. And so let me go ahead and pour this in here. And then I'll share with you guys how I did it. I just want to make sure I got enough resin for it. It's not quite full, but it's close. So what I did was, when I figured this out, I fill it up to almost completely full, and then I stick it in my vacuum chamber. No alcohol, and the reason for no alcohol is because Into Resin suggests that you not put alcohol in these molds because they're handmade. And when you add chemicals or whatever, alcohol, to your mold, it eventually will dry it out. And if you notice, these molds are very soft and they're handmade, and so they don't suggest you put alcohol in them. I mean, you can, but if you want to dry your mold out faster, then, you know, that's up to you. That's your choice, but they don't recommend it. And these molds are expensive, and I'm not going to risk it. So, and for those of you that come back and say you're not supposed to put your molds in your vacuum chamber, that is false. How do you think they make molds? They put them in a vacuum chamber to get the bubbles out. Same, you know, people that make doll molds, that's how they make their molds. You can put your molds with resin in them in a vacuum chamber. You put them in a pressure pot, same thing, same concept. So that's what I did, and it gets every single bubble out of there without adding anything to it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I will be right back. I'm going to go put this in my vacuum chamber so I can fill it up, and then we'll come back and we'll get this in here. Actually, this is getting quite warm. Let me pour off a little bit because I'm going to need to pour some more in there, and then we'll just go ahead and pour that, because I don't want this to flash cure on me. Okay, let's go ahead and mix before I go put that in the vacuum chamber. So the color I'm using is the Aqua alcohol ink by Resin. Slide this down here and move this over here. Let me grab a stick. I just ran this through my vacuum chamber, so of course now I'm going to put bubbles back in there. But I thought about just swirling it in there. Thought that would be kind of cool, but then that would kind of defeat my purpose of it looking like water. All right, that's about all I'm going to stir it, because I'm incorporating bubbles in there because it's getting thicker as we speak. And the thicker your resin is and the more you stir it, the more bubbles that you get. But I will put some alcohol in there. Goodness, that bottle's leaking. Okay. And I do anticipate that this will run underneath because this is a fluid. And that's what happens with fluid. And that's fine. I want it right up to that edge. I don't want it over it. And I think that is exactly right. Excuse me. Goodness. My first sneeze of the day, which will be followed by very many more. All right, I'm going to spritz. Oh, I need to change this bottle. Keeps dripping alcohol everywhere. Spritz with alcohol. Let that sit. I'll be right back. I'm going to run this through my vacuum chamber. Just wanted to show you guys how this process works when I put it in the vacuum chamber with this mold. You can see that the vacuum chamber is pulling all those bubbles out of there. So I wanted you guys to see this process part of it. It's pretty cool. So yeah, so I was just sharing. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we are back. Wipe off some of this out here, which you guys seen, it kind of bubbles over a little bit, which is not a big deal. All right, so I got my alcohol ink, and it's the Orchid. Sure. Yes. Of course, there's something in it. Oh, good night. I can't get over. It is like 100% spring here. And let me tell you, everything is budding. It's ridiculous. I can't hardly stand it. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is mixing up the color that I want, and then I'm just going to add it on top and let it fall where it may. But I don't want it to go in with all them bubbles. I just got rid of all them bubbles. And now I'm going to pour it in with this. So that it'll be like a marbled effect. I'm sorry, can you guys see? My allergies have me all dipped out today. All right. Now, I just want to get rid of it. And I'll give it a spritz. Okay, here we go. We're just going to pour that in there. Right in the center. Okay, there she is. And we're just going to leave it alone. All right, that's the project for right now. We got to wait for that to cure, and then we'll put it together. Okay, we'll be back. All right, guys, see you in a little while. Hey everyone, welcome back. I wanted to, before I get some of this stuff unmolded and before I go feed my sharks, that would be Milo and Thelvia, I had some extra resin, so I poured in this vase, which is this mold here. I didn't quite have enough to fill it, so I want to try something. I want to pour the rest of it in Magic Pour. I just want to see if it'll work. This is pretty much cured, so I'm going to mix up a little bit here. I'm just going to leave it white. I just want to see what it would look like. Whoops. Fine. Okay. We're just going to pour this in here real quick. And then we're going to let it cure. And like I said, it takes about 30 minutes to set up. So everything else is ready to come out of their molds. All right, here we go. Okay guys, that's it. I'll find another mold and I'll come back to you when this is done. Okay, bye. Welcome back everybody. We are going to get some things out of some molds. We're going to go with this one first. I'm going to take this paper off the back so it can move a little bit. So this will only be the second one I've made where I've put it through my vacuum chamber. And there you have it. No bubbles. I need my little scissors because I gotta cut this where that slit is in there. That resin goes right up to it, so I just snip it off with my scissors. So that is the secret, you guys, is the vacuum chamber. Just takes all those bubbles right out of there. Now it didn't get as purple as I wanted it to, but that's okay. I still like it. Okay, put this paper back on here. I keep this paper on here that came with the mold because it keeps it from sticking to everything. All right, there's that one. Now let's try this one. I'm nervous about this one. I'm afraid it's not going to stay together, but I'm hoping. Cross your fingers that it stays together. It's still a little bendy. Come on. There we go. Flip it over. Oh, it worked, you guys. I'm so excited. I was so nervous this wasn't going to work. And a little bit of the resin went underneath, which is fine. I expected it to. So, and then this will go right here. And then, but I'm going to put silver on it first. Okay, so there's the tray. Isn't that cool? All right, now let's check this dude out and see if it stays together. I don't have a clue how to get this one out since I put that on there. Hopefully it's ready. Guys, I'm really nervous about this one. I have no clue how to get this out. Because this isn't a very bendy mold. I don't know if I want to leave it in there for a while more or if I want to take it out. Let me take a look at it here first, up close. I don't know how I'm going to get this out. I have to think about it for a minute. I didn't think about that when I was putting it in there. I think once it comes loose. Okay, what's it gonna do, right? It's just gonna break, right? That could be the worst that could happen. Because this is not a soft mold by any means. Ugh, I don't even know how I'm going to get this out. You guys, I may have to come back to this. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get that out. And then I made a little bowl. And I just put resin dye in it. I don't want to drip anything on here. Now, this one is bendy, so it'll come out of there just fine. yucky mold. Yucky, yucky. Once it gets going, it's good. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I don't recommend using the resin dyes because, well, I guess it's not going to rub off too much. Once you seal it, though, it'll be all right. There's some bubbles in there, but, or maybe that's color. I think it's color. Yeah, it's color because it's smooth. But yeah, that's cool. All right, now I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that vase out of that thing. Even if I have to let it sit overnight. I don't know. I don't know. But let me wipe this off here real quick so that it doesn't stay on my mold. Better to get it off now than later. All right. Back around it goes. I love this little mold. It's so cute. I got this off of Amazon. I've had it for a long time when I very first started using Magic Pour. Okay, now, so my idea for this was to use silver. On the edges this time versus gold. Wish there would have been a little more purple, but that's all right. That's all right. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Now, I'm going to use my big pen. Something on that. What the heck? I see you, Milo. He's looking in the window at me. I see you, Bubba. He's out there going, what are you doing in there? Okay. Now I'll let those dry. And that's where that's going to go. And if I can get this out, this is going to sit right there. I just have to figure out how to get it out. Okay guys, I'm going to put you on pause for just a moment. I'm going to see if I can get this out. I'll be right back. I got it. Oh my gosh. That was a tough one. But I got her out of there. But look, isn't that pretty? I used the purple... I used the purple resin dye, whoops, and the sky blue resin dye, and then I swirled around some of the starry color blue of the inter resin. Isn't that pretty? So it gave it kind of a marble effect. I got a few bubbles on the bottom, but I don't really care about that. But it's really pretty. I like it. I like it. I like it. So then this is a flower vase. So you can put flowers in it. I really wish that purple would have turned out better on that. Maybe I should have used resin dye versus alcohol inks. But I mean, I can make another one because I really wanted it to be this dark purple. I don't know, I'll have to see. I may do it again because I do like that dark purple. So and then, I mean, if there was enough room, you could put, you know, the little dish with it, but there's not. So I just thought it would be cute to put flowers in. I was trying to think if I had any little flowers. If I find some, I'll have to dig through my stuff. If I find some, I'll put them in there, and I'll put them at the pictures at the end of the video. Same thing if I decide to change that flower and make it a darker purple, because I really like that dark purple. Dark purple's beautiful. So tell me what you guys think about this half and half stuff. I think it's pretty cool. I like the contrast of the two. It's really cool. I really like it. So all right, guys, that is my project. I thought about going around the outside of this too with silver. Should I do that? See what it looks like. Oops. Getting off here. Just to tie it all in. If I could draw a straight line. Stay on the line, I'd be good. There. Did it finally. How it matches. I like it. I really, really like it. Okay, guys, that's my project. We'll move on to the next video. Thank you for coming in with me on this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new here, I would love to hear your opinions on this mixed media type effect. And if you have any questions, of course, you're always welcome to ask. I think I'm about to hit 2,000 subscribers, very close to that. They tell me that I need to try and set a goal as to, you know, numbers that I would like to meet. I've been thinking about it. And let's see, this is April. So by June, I think I would probably set a goal for 3,000 subscribers. I don't think that's too far of a reach. I mean, I don't beg you guys for subscribing and all of that stuff because I just don't. I'm just not into that. I like to put out videos and share what I do, and you know, that is good enough for me. But YouTube is telling me otherwise. But I would like to end my video by giving Marva a huge, big thank you. Sylvia even agrees. Marva, did you hear that? Sylvia said thank you too. But she has been making an effort in her videos to give shout outs to all of these channels that are smaller, and I, for one, appreciate the heck out of it because, you know, a few months ago, nobody even knew I existed. So I appreciate you, Marva, more than you know. And everybody, please go watch Marva's channel. Give her some love for a change because she deserves it too. She works hard for what she is doing on her channel. And for as much love as she gives everyone else, we all need to give it back to her. So everybody go thank Marva in your videos for giving her, you know, having her give you guys shout outs. Everybody thank her. She deserves it. I mean, geez, she's just now, you know, getting back on her feet from being in the hospital. And so she deserves it, guys. Let's give her a round of applause because she needs it. So, that being said, Marva, I appreciate the HE double hockey sticks out of you, and keep up what you're doing because I appreciate it. I don't ever miss a video of yours. Have since the first day I started watching YouTube videos. I've watched you from day one. And so I look forward to your videos every night. So, yeah. Thank you, Marva. Thank you for putting our names out there. I appreciate it. So, that being said, let's move on. I will see you guys on the next video. Everyone have a great rest of your evening, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye, everyone.